What's up, everyone? This is your host, Stefany Sweet.
And your co-host, Nia and Audri.
And you are tuned into the GrownupIsh Podcast. What up, y'all? Hey.
How's it going?
It's going, okay? It's going. You just came off of a nice, beautiful little vacation, a quick vacation. She took a trip on us, okay? And then I was here stuck dealing with crap.
Sorry. I was getting my Nia the Explorer on.
Nia the Explorer. Did you have a backpack?
I did have my backpack. Had my mochila. I was ready to go.
Oh, snap. Ooh. Ready to go with the luggage. Mochila. All right.
It was a good time. Yeah, a little bit. I realized how much I forgot, though. I went to Tulum, Mexico, and I realized, I was like, yo, I don't remember a lot of Spanish. I used to be pretty good, but now...
You know,
I was like, I need to brush up.
You could practice. I got you.
I need to practice because
I got you.
I was like, all right, girl.
I could have been a perfect tour guide.
I was reading the signs like, yeah, I don't know none of this.
I don't understand. So that's one thing. I'll speak and I can read a little bit, but like I'm not like I can speak fluent, but I'm not proficient in Spanish. I wouldn't call myself proficient. But I can speak enough Spanish to get into an argument with somebody or take an escalated call or something.
Why do you have that skill?
Because I used to do that work.
Because I used to do that work. I'm like, wait.
Take escalated calls.
Escalated call if I need to.
It was in Spanish.
That is a helpful skill to have.
Right. And I need to convey what our position is, what my situation is, or what I need. I can tell you, okay?
Get the job done.
Get the job done.
Okay. Well, I didn't have to have any escalated drinks. Would have been a good skill to have.
Yeah.
I didn't have any escalated situations with anybody. So I didn't need to do all of that. And yeah, it was a good time though. We stayed in a jungle penthouse.
That sounds so amazing. Did you take
Airbnb.
Lots of photos?
I did.
I wasn't on the internet that much as of the past couple of days, but I saw a few photos.
I was living my best life. I didn't even post all the photos yet.
But you know what? That's a good trip. When you don't even...
So much.
You take photos, but you're not even worried about like that. No. You're just trying to experience it and just be in the moment. Yes. I fucks with that. I do that a lot. Like, and then I forget to post later on.
I planned on waiting until like today or maybe even tomorrow to kind of like organize what I took. Yeah. Because I have pictures from when we went, we did ATVing, raffling, whatever you want to call it.
What is that?
Basically, you get on a rope. Tickets? No. Rappling. I think it's rappling. Okay. Either way it goes, rappling. You stand on a cliff. Uh-huh. It wasn't a really high cliff, but it was high enough.
Oh, and you jump in the water?
No, you just jump down the side of the cliff like Spider-Man holding onto a rope. Yeah, like you know how on like
almost
the
like
Mission
bungee
Impossibles,
jump, almost like bungee jump, but not really bungee jump because you don't have the rope ties to the. So
you're holding onto the rope and you're just jumping down the side. Oh, like you know how they be coming down? Yes, like they be coming down the building.
Okay.
Yeah, so we did that. We did zip lining and ATVing, and then we got into a cenote.
Wait, what's a cenote?
So basically, it's the cave that has the water, and you go into the water, into the caves, deep into the caves, where the bats and stuff are.
Okay,
yeah, it was cool.
The bats part, but
I like the bats actually, but I didn't go deep into the water because
minus the bats.
I'm only 5'1". They couldn't really explain how deep the water got, and just getting into the water. Yes, but I don't feel like I'm like expert level swimming. Like I'm self-taught. So I'm like
nervous about it. You was nervous.
So I was like, once I got in there and they had the life jackets on, but I was barely up in the life jacket. Like the life jacket was right here on my neck. I was like, yeah, y'all go ahead, have fun. I'll be here waiting.
Bye.
So yeah, bye. I got a couple of cute pictures. I was happy with that.
Call it a day. How much further did it go?
It was far. Yeah. Like it got dark.
I'm sure there's an exit
like they
side,
disappeared.
Right?
You can't go around and come back.
Oh,
so
yeah.
they like went in a circle and came back around. But it was.
So you didn't go through the whole circle.
No, I just went right there in that small area where you first
get in.
You
were like, no, thank you. Bye bye.
Beautiful though, beautiful. It was so beautiful, and you could like legit. The bats were like they were waking those bats up because they was like flying around low. Like, shut up. they were there. So
why are you here?
Exactly. Can y'all leave? This is not for y'all. Yeah. So that was cool. I did 150 feet high zip line.
Nice.
Yeah, that was not fun.
Why? You were scared of heights?
I don't like heights to a certain extent.
But the fact that you did it is fucking awesome.
That was traumatizing.
No, I feel like you conquered one, and you said you would skydive.
I have skydived.
Oh, you skydived. So
that's why I said heights to a certain extent. Like I don't like climbing up high stuff. Like I could do rides, I could do roller coasters, I can do things that go up and then drop down. I can do skydiving. All that is fine. Flying does nothing for me. I'd be knocked out on the plane. But like climbing up those steps that are not stable, and then I'm seeing the ground below me, that gets to me. That's when I'm like, whoo.
Because I would think the skydive, because that's my thing. I'm just like,
no, because I'm up there now, and then I'm just falling.
I could definitely die here.
Yeah, it's either the parachute gonna expand or it's been real.
It's been real. Nice knowing y'all. Oh my God.
I'm out.
What a hell of a way to go. Okay. What a hell of a way to go. So one of the things that Glenn and I have decided to do to commemorate our 1 year anniversary is to go skydiving.
Oh, I would like to go watch. I would like to come as a guest.
Okay, you can come as a guest.
I will come.
I think there's
a place. Y'all coming down.
Yeah, I think there's a place somewhere over here. I think I've seen it in Tampa or something. But anyways,
it's a place not far because I booked that for me and my ex. We did it for Valentine's Day.
Okay. Well, we're supposed to do it for
a way to show your love.
Year. Yeah,
I would jump out a plane for you.
Right?
Isn't that deep? That is so deep. He ain't shit. See, that was amazing. I was amazing.
I'm dead.
But yeah, I think that's dope. I honestly think it's dope for like couples to go.
And that's something that I'm so fearful. Yeah, I'm so fearful of. I've always said like I would never bungee jump. That's something, I really do not want to do. I really don't want to do it now, but I think because I don't want to do it is why I should do it. And since we were, talking about
you doing bungee jumping or skydiving?
Excuse me, skydive.
Okay, skydiving.
Skydive. I would most likely do bungee jump first before skydiving. See,
that's the funny thing. I would rather skydive because bungee jump, I'm like, that's too much.
Really?
This cord just dangling me around.
Yeah, and then you yo-yo
free
fall, a little bit back and
forth.
Scary. So, they're both scary, but I thought
they are.
At least there's
your lesser of evil.
Me, right. At least there's something holding me to something that is stable, that is not free falling, that is like,
fair.
Tangible.
Fair.
And then
you gotta take a leap of faith.
Literally. It's like, right. Both ways.
Literally.
Because I still could snap.
True.
Oh gosh. See, now I think about it, I'm just like, I don't know.
It's gonna be okay. So yeah. Mexico was dope. We saw the ruins. Which it was hot as hell. I'm sorry. Like I know we in Florida and it's hot, but it was hot. Yo, my face was just like, I'm a head sweater. Y'all, so like my head is dripping. Sweat, so I'm just dripping. I'm like melting. So I'm a popsicle. I am a literal human popsicle, and I'm just melting away every day. And my feet was starting to hurt. I was like,
from walking.
This for the birds.
You didn't wear sneakers?
No, because I didn't know what I was getting into. Yeah, so warning anybody that's going to see the ruins in Tulum, baby, it's like a 5-minute walk to get to the ticket place.
Wow.
Then you have to walk to get to the actual site of the ruin.
Yeah.
So it's not like you just walk up and there's the ruins. That's in my mind. I was like, oh, the ruins, boom.
Right. Like right at the door. Mm-hmm. Like it's instant. It's there.
It was a whole lot of walking.
No.
I probably actually lost some weight. I might have.
Hey.
I hope.
That's always a good thing.
I hope. So yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot of walking, but it was beautiful. And I got some really nice pictures, and the place that we stayed at was beautiful. I would definitely go back there again. I would definitely go back to Tulum again, just in general. It was really nice.
So what would you say is your most epic, memorable, favorite part of the trip that you were like, you know what? This is what life is made out of. Like, this is that moment.
I don't know.
Because I always try to like think through a trip and say, you know, like, okay, what did I learn? What did I experience that I thought, wow, was really exciting and memorable? And, you know, try to take that away. Try to take that feeling to
I
help
think
me.
It was, so yesterday I spent some time by myself because I went with my friend and her fiance. And yesterday I like slept in, like I came back from the ruins and I took a nap. And then I got up and I like freshened up my makeup and I was just in the house by myself. And I just chilled. I got in the pool. I took some pictures.
Had your you time.
Yeah, I had some me time. So for me, that was like really refreshing. And the whole time that I was there, I was just thinking about like the things that I'm working on for the business and the things that I have going on in my personal life. Yeah. So that was just really exciting to just be like, okay, this is really nice. And like, I want to be able to do more trips, but I also want to just like continuously grow in my other endeavors. So like, that was kind of like every day. Like I was upstairs. So it was 3 bedrooms, but my room was literally its own little house.
That's cute.
Upstairs. So it was literally glass walls all around me.
Nice.
So I could see the forest and like the jungle and everything around. It was just jungle. Right, and it was just really, really nice to just kind of have that solitude for a moment. Right. It was just like me just
uninterrupted,
chilling.
Moment of zen.
Yeah. So that was like my highlight in that sense of just kind of like reflecting. I was like, oh, I have an order waiting for me when we get home. And I was telling them, I was like, yeah, I got to go because I got beads waiting for me. I got to get to do the podcast. And I'm just like, they're like, thank you because we know you be busy. I do. I be busy, but I love it. So yeah, that was a highlight. And then I think my favorite activity was definitely the ATV.
Did they stay longer or something?
They got there before me. They got there on like Sunday and I came on Wednesday.
So they had a longer stay.
They did, but yeah. ATVing was dope. That was my first time doing ATVs.
Yeah, those are fun, right?
And I was like, I want one of these. Like I want to own one, and then I want to just go ride
around crazy.
Yes,
and go in
hill mounds and.
There's a place over here in Claremont. We should go.
We should, because that was really like, and I couldn't even take off like I wanted to because I was in like the back and they was all going slow in front of me. I'm like, let's go. Like, yes. I'm like breaking and stuff. Y'all breaking down. Come on.
Oh no.
So yeah.
That was fun.
But I had a good time. So yeah. That was my 3-day getaway.
That's
awesome. The Explorer adventure, and now it is back to business.
Back to regular stuff.
Yeah.
Well, while you were having fun in Tulum and having an amazing vacation, okay, I was here just dealing with a whole bunch of shit as per the norm. I feel like just unnecessary, just nonsense that. And, you know, I don't even know if these people follow me, but guess what? I really don't care at this point because they're about to be out my life. So I try to be very good riddance. I try to be very accommodating. And for the most part, like, I don't wish them harm or anything. I'm talking about my tenants, y'all. But it's been a long road and things are slowly coming to an end. And yeah, like I've been just going back and forth with them, trying to get them out the house and just having to deal with like people that really don't want to see your side at times. Like they just focus on like wanting to just do what is best for them. And I'm not surprised because I know that that's what people do. This is a lesson that I've like learned all the time. Like people will just do what's good for themselves. A lot of people will. Mm-hmm. Some of them they will work with you or whatever. But you know, people are very much a for themselves.
Yeah.
And you know, hence the things that have happened and transpired, I just, you know, it's not anything of a surprise to me. But I just hate that, you know, you have to like be trying to fight with people to have access to your space, you know, like let's go, let's move on.
Especially when they know what it is. Like this is not a surprise. It's nothing new. Like come on now, right? This is coming,
right? Like come on. So they tell me, you know, they decided they wanted to move, right?
Okay.
They had been on a little, I put them on a little probationary period, but anyway, they decide they want to move. Perfect. Okay, you want to move. That's fine. So what days can I show the house? Then they're telling me, okay, these are the days. I'm like, okay, cool. But then now when I try to have access to the house to be able to show those days, this schedule conflict, and because of this and because of that. Then one time the lady got mad at me because the people that were touring the house, she said that they didn't have a mask on. First of all, I made sure everyone had a mask. It was the little kid that didn't have a mask, and it's a little boy, whom you were never anywhere near.
Okay, more than 6 feet distance,
right? Beyond, right? Because she was all in her corner or whatever. And then anytime, like, I do things like that, I would always ask, like, oh, can we walk into your space? Because I want to respect people's privacy. At the end of the day, yes, this is my home, but it's still your space. This is your stuff. This is your home, in quotation marks, for this moment, right? So I have to be respectful and kind of like, tread with respect. That's what I
was gonna say. It sounds like you're being very more respectful than the average landlord, especially when we're talking about, like, well, just in general. I don't know too many landlords. Some, but not most, be that mindful.
So I'm like, oh, can we go into the house? Do we need to take our shoes off? No, it's fine. Yeah, you can go in there. Can we go into the room, into the bedroom, the master bedroom? And because they need to see the house. Like, this is what happens when
you got to show the whole house.
You got to show the house. When you're selling a house, guess what you got to do? You got to show the whole house, okay? When you're trying to rent it out, guess what you're going to do? You're going to show the whole house. That's part of the process. It's the name of the game. Mm-hmm. So, respectfully, I ask, but at the end of the day, really, I'm like, we need to do this. I'm asking out of politeness, really.
It's going to happen.
But at the end of the day, it needs to happen. Like, we're going to do this. So, but you'd be like, yeah, it's fine. This one time, her friend is there and has the audacity to be like, oh, girl, are you letting them go into your room? That's your private space.
Just being messy.
Right. And I had to look at the lady and then look at my tenant, like, handle that, because, like, it's not her place to even say. And then you're doing that in front of other people that are touring the house. Funny enough, those are the people that I rented it out to. So you over here talking crap,
just acting a fool. Well, you know what? It showed your professionalism, though. It showed how well you handle it. So,
but that lady is like, you're ruining somebody's, like, situation. Like, why would you even do that? Like, why? I was like, yo.
No.
So I looked at her and I didn't say anything in the moment. But the tenant said something to her friend, and I was just like, God help me. So later on a different day, I'm calling her, the tenant, about something, and she has the audacity to mention that day and say, oh, the kid didn't have a mask, and then they were walking on my carpet with their shoes on, and they went into the room, and I don't think that's right. But lady, we literally asked you before we even walked
about
in.
All of this.
We had a conversation about this before we started touring, and that day I asked. So the fact that you even have the audacity to even bring this up, I know you were being egged on by your homegirl.
She was.
Who's supposed to be this church lady, who's supposed to be so like nice, and like, these are church folks, and I'm just like, why are you doing this? Why are you allowing yourself to be so influenced off of something that has nothing to, and I had to tell her, I was like, it ain't got nothing to do. I know you're saying that because of the lady that was there, and she mentioned that while I was touring the house, which is very inappropriate, right?
Yeah.
And I take offense to the fact that she had the audacity to say something about something that's not even concerning her. It's not her place
at all,
when we had already talked about it. Needless to say, today is moving day. It's about
moving day.
5:00. They've been moving all week, and I still don't have my keys yet. I should have already been able. Hence, I'm like very cash. Got my biggie shirt, biggie. Anyways, I was ready to go over there and just, like,
do some work,
tidy up, and go about my business. And it's a long weekend. Like, you don't want to be. I got shit to do too. You don't want to be like having to work all weekend, right? Work all weekend on stuff. You got to work on all weekend because you decided that you needed to move and like, hey, it's the end of the month, you gotta go. But I don't need to be doing that. So annoying.
Very.
So annoying.
Very much so.
So needless to say, that's what I've been dealing with all week. All freaking week.
It's almost over.
Yeah, and then like with tidying up and stuff, it's like, I guess these are growing pains, but
yeah,
my husband does things and I just be like, oh God. Love him to death. But he has his habits and I have my habits. And usually like I can overlook things. I don't know. Y'all newlyweds out there, okay? Putting it out. Help a sister out. Because there are things that are definitely becoming pet peeves. They were pet peeves before, but now they're becoming like intolerable. How do you say that? Intolerable pet peeves. I can't tolerate them anymore. Bottom line.
Intolerable.
Intolerable. Intolerable. Is that a word?
I don't know.
Let's go to the Googles. But yeah,
I think it's intolerable. Intolerable.
Intolerable.
Intolerable. I feel like intolerable.
Intolerable.
Yes, intolerable.
Yes.
Aha.
Okay, teacher. Intolerable pet peeves that are coming about. Okay. So.
And then how do you... What's intolerable?
Everything at this point now. I don't know if it's like I'm PMSing or what.
I was going to say, is it just you?
Nah, bruh. Nah.
Is it just a circumstance of frustration and stress?
No.
Are they like...
Possibly.
So they're like little things? So they're like little things?
These are things that I've talked or I've mentioned before, right?
Like toilet seat stuff?
Yeah, like, yes. Like toilet seat stuff. And there are things like, okay, is this really worth an argument? Is this really worth an argument? So
that is a question.
I know. I get that. I understand. But, leaving stuff. And then I find myself out of frustration. I'll get messy too. And then I'm like disgusted with everyone, me included. Right. And I'm just like,
you just be going through it.
I do.
You really just be going through it.
I do. So today I was like tidying up and I'm just like,
it's so messy.
It's so messy. I gotta put things away, which, I had been moving some boxes around and switching things up. So that's why it was messy on my end, on my part. But like, okay, if you're going to eat something, right? You eat something and you have Tupperware, maybe you didn't finish everything. You want to put it back into the fridge, okay? Just close it up, put it in the fridge. It's in the Tupperware. Why do you need to leave a fork in there?
Oh, yeah. Why would you do that?
Why would you do that? Why would you leave a fork in there?
My thing is I hate, and this is not even just like relationships. It's not relationships. This is just like living with other people.
Yes.
I think this is living with other people.
Yes.
But definitely becomes a thing when you're living with your partner.
Yes.
Because mine is, I hate when people stack up leftovers. Like, yo, if you're finna put a new leftover in there, you gotta throw the last leftover out. You can't we not finna have the collection of leftovers.
A whole bunch of stuff.
Cause like my cousins and them will do that, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm throwing all this shit in the garbage.
Yeah, like
it's garbage collection. Yeah, I'm throwing.
It's more than a week.
I just got that yesterday.
Trash.
I don't care. It was trash. With the other stuff. They are one now, so everything has to go in the garbage. Should have ate it.
Too bad, so sad. Bye.
Yeah, but leaving us, silverware.
Yeah. Or like,
cause it's a thing. Like I said, I just throw everything away. I'm not gonna look in that box. Now we missing half the damn silverware because you want to keep putting forks in there.
See,
just get another fork. Just get another one. Just
put it in the sink. Right, put it in the sink. Wash it.
And
okay,
and just a clean one. It's okay. The fork is not the leftover.
Right.
The fork is not the leftover.
Fork is not the leftover. And I'm like, dude. Or leaving the towel everywhere. The towel could be, after a shower. The towel could be on the floor. The towel could be on top of the bed. The towel can be, draped over something. But it's not back where it's supposed to be, which is behind the door, so it can dry for your next shower. It's everywhere else but where it's supposed to be. We're taking clothes off. We're not putting the clothes back on the hanger. We're hanging them over like the closet, like draping.
You need to get this off. Go ahead.
We're draping it over the closet, and I'm just like, but why? Why don't we just hang it? I don't understand. I don't get it.
You just need to see it.
We're drinking water, and it's like we're drinking one bottle, and then, oh, you didn't finish it, but it's probably warm now. Now we're going to go and grab another bottle, and then there's another bottle. So now we have 3, 4, 5 bottles of water, just unfinished water, just there, being wasted. Not being put back in the fridge so it could get cooler.
Cold
so
then maybe you could drink it. You could finish it.
Right. Or put it in the canister and then maybe drink it that way.
I'm petty. I just start writing his name on all his bottles.
But then it's not gonna do it.
That's fine. Still not drinking them.
Right. It's not gonna that's the thing. These people, right? These kind of people, they don't get
people. They don't care.
They don't get egged on. Nothing like gets to them. I'm like, what gets to you? So I could do it. So you can see how it feels. Is it bad that I want to do that? That I want to get on his nerves about something?
Yes and no. It's petty. It's not bad.
It is petty. It's petty. Like, I want to know what irks his soul.
How do y'all deal with that? I mean, those are all little things. Those are definitely not like, deal breakers. They're not end all be all. But they're just like, yo, hello.
Yeah. We haven't had like a blow up argument about any of this stuff. Because it's really all not, little stuff. For me, it's not that deep. But it's like, it's stuff that I'm just like,
hey, and then I don't take this into consideration.
Yeah, and then I don't want to start nitpicking, like bringing, and you're doing this wrong, and you're doing that wrong, and you're doing that wrong, and you're doing that wrong. I don't want to be that person, right? Because now I'm constantly pointing out what you're not doing right, and you might feel overwhelmed by all of this stuff because I have like
your set expectations,
right. And I have my moments of messiness too. Like I said, like the other day, I was moving boxes.
It's funny because like right now, like not even just being, but like the past couple of years. So my grandma, she lives between here and she goes back home and stays with my aunt. So we've been living together, and now as an adult. So her pet peeve was just like house cleanliness. Like,
yes.
She likes the house to look spotless. Like nobody lives. I always tell her like, dude, you want it to look like we don't live here. It just needs to be clean. But I live here. So it's not going to be that clean.
This is what home looks like.
No. It needs to look like nobody lives here ever. Ever.
This is completely
no
staged.
Sign of life.
Completely staged.
No dirty dishes.
At all times.
Everything's wiped down. Perfect. Like somebody's giving a house tour at all times. That's how she likes the house to be. And I'll be trying, but sis be failing. So that's her thing though. Like she likes the house to look like that.
Yeah.
However, for me, I'm like, but yo, this fridge. And like the fridge is not nasty, don't get me wrong, but it just be hella food. Yeah. I'm like, why is there so much food in here? What are y'all? Are y'all just cooking full meals and just throwing them in there? Like y'all just ordering shit and just putting it in the refrigerator? Like
let's dump it in the fridge.
So like her pet peeve for me is like it's not clean enough. Yeah. My pet peeve for her was like throw away these leftovers. Like how does she do with the fridge?
How does she do with the fridge? How is she?
She don't. But I'm gonna eat that later. I'm gonna eat that later. Stacks up. Yeah, so she stacks everything up, and then I just go behind her. Like as soon as she leave, like as soon as she goes back home, I get a bag and I just go through that. All this, I go through the pantry. Like get all that out of there. And then when she come back, she like, ugh, I gotta clean this.
The house. So y'all cleaning behind each other.
Behind each other all the time. So it's like funny. Things we know though. Yeah. And then I try to make an active effort. So like I know she's gonna be back here in like 2 weeks. Yeah. So I have to start cleaning. Like I gotta deep set clean. It up. Right. Gotta deep clean because gotta be clean sure to her level.
Right. You gotta make sure the place is spotless.
On point, girl. She be like her thing is like. And this might be a pet peeve for other people, but like the lint trap of the dryer.
Oh, she's trying to make sure you get it. She
started going off. So one morning we on the phone. I can only give y'all my experiences because I'm not living with a partner. I've never lived with one of my partners before. So she started going off.
This is like about pet peeve.
It is. She starts going off so we just got a new washer and dryer, real dope washer and dryer, right? And she like, yeah, y'all gotta clean that lint trap, blah, blah, blah. Like she's going off. I've literally only used this dryer like twice at the time that she's like going on this.
It's
early in the morning. I'm trying to get ready for work. I just happen to call her as I'm getting ready, and she's just like, "Yeah, I told them they need to clean that lint trap every time because this is the problem. It can catch. First off, ma'am,
catch fire."
We've had dryers in our homes for my whole life. We've never had a lint fire from a dryer. Right. Chill out. Right. That's not. It's just not gonna happen.
At that,
it's brand new.
Definitely not.
It's brand new.
Maybe an old one.
We maybe
gotten off.
Between the four of us had maybe 10 loads. And that's a reach.
Right.
That's a reach.
Because it's still brand new.
It's brand new. Like we literally just got it. So I'm just like, ma'am, it's okay. I'll check it right now. I'm gonna go check it for you. I said, yep, there's barely anything in here.
I told him, I'm scrape off this little ball.
That literally, I'm in there scraping on a little dryer thing. But that's her thing. Like, y'all don't clean out that lint trap and blah blah blah. All right, you know what? I'm gonna just do it because Lord forbid we finally don't do it and then a freaking fire start and it's gonna be your time to shine.
I thought about something that irks him.
What? What you be doing?
If I go all day without like saying anything to him.
Oh, you told me that. Yeah.
It doesn't matter if I'm at work all day, if I'm working and out doing stuff and he knows the things because we talk about, well, okay, what you got to do today, babe? What am I going to do? What do I have to do today? You know, we'll talk about it, right? So he knows, okay, she's going to be like busy with certain stuff. But oh boy, if I don't say, how's your day going? Hey, babe, just checking in. What's up? If I don't hit him with a text or something, or a FaceTime, or a little heart, it doesn't even matter what it is. I could just be like smiley face. I could just hit him with one of these, like right, like
he just wants you to say something.
And if I don't, boy, oh boy,
girl. So that brings me to
sour. He'll be like, hey. He'll text me. Why I have to initiate? I don't know, but he'll text me, hey. And I'm like, hi, right. Hey, back to you. Like, okay. Oh, so you don't know me today?
The drama.
So dramatic.
So dramatic, girl.
You want some wine, some cheese with that wine? Like,
oh no.
Like,
no, my ex. So his thing was, if you don't answer, he will like blow you up.
Oh God.
And if he has somebody else's number, he will call that number
too.
No.
That's like what my mom does.
He would do. I'm like, but listen, but this is the killer part. He don't ever answer his fucking phone.
Oh.
Ever. When
but you gotta
answer on the first ring. If you don't answer on the first ring, but you calling him and it's just like do 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 do. Like, are you listening to the ringtone? Are you dancing? Like, what are you doing?
Did you see that I call you? Still ain't even call me back.
I was asleep. You always sleep. I'm tired of that. But yes, those were our two. He would hate when I don't answer the phone. I would hate when he don't answer the phone. But I always usually answer the phone. One time you don't miss the call. He's sending out the fire department smoke signals.
He about to put out an alert.
Listen, Amber, I think she missed it. Right? She's been kidnapped. Right. She didn't answer the phone. I called. I can't find her. I don't know where she is.
She didn't pick up on the first ring.
She on social media, girl. Just crazy.
When was the last time she was on?
Girl, listen.
She was active.
Mind you, I'm like, but you, and it wasn't even just a me thing because his friend would be like, yeah, he don't answer the fuck phone. But the minute you don't answer his phone, he is going ham. It's a problem. It's a problem. I said, oh, you crazy. That's it in real life. Okay, cool.
But that's literally the only thing that I know of that really be irking him. Everything else he's kind of like, chill. Meh.
Whatever. That's whatever. Fine. I can't think of anything else.
Like, nothing gets to him. And I'm just like, yo, why? And then I feel some type of way because now I'm the one who's like harboring all these things.
Am I the problem?
I'm not. No, I'm not the problem. I refuse to be the problem. I'm not the problem.
Okay.
I'm not. Like,
when you talk to him about these things, how does this discussion go?
Okay, babe.
That's it? Oh, that'll irk me even more. That'll irk me to the 10th degree.
Do it again?
Like, you keep saying okay, but you're not changing your actions.
I got you, babe.
Yeah. I haven't had many.
Don't bring it up often. Like, it's not like I've brought it up so many times where it's like a continuous thing. But the times that I have brought it up, he'd be like, I'll do it. I'll take care of it. And then he'll just sit there. So now I look at him. That's one thing I've adapted.
Yeah, y'all sound like an old married couple.
I'll look at him and I'm just like, you're gonna do it. That's the. Are you gonna do it now or are you gonna do it like never? Because if you don't do it now, that means never.
It's never gonna happen. Yeah,
you're not gonna do it. So I just look at him, or I just be like, and if he takes no action, I'm just gonna do it.
Are these those things that you just are gonna have to do?
No, we need you to learn to do.
But I feel like in relationships, granted, still single, there becomes certain things that you just have to plan for. Like you just know, like you know what, he ain't gonna do it. Give me this goddamn towel. Just give me this goddamn towel. But I feel like you gotta pick your battles with that too.
And that's what it is.
You gotta pick your battles with that. Like, is it really worth a behavior change? Because that's what it is.
When I do mention it, it's because like, you know, I'm really like there are other things going on too that are on top of this thing, right? So I don't just always like in the beginning of like when we first started living together, I found myself mentioning a lot more and then I stopped mentioning it altogether. Right. I was trying to suppress it. And then now I'm trying to find a balance of like when to mention it. It's usually when I'm cleaning up and I'm just like, well, look at this, and look at that.
That just reminded me of, I think it was like a TikTok video or something like that. And it was a mom walking through the house with her family. She had like her husband, her kids, and she was like showing them like, this is where the shoes go. And they like, oh. And they like taking notes like, wow.
Yeah.
Like,
shoe rack.
This is how you change your toilet roll.
Right.
And they like, oh. She was like, oh, look, this is where you hang your towel.
Right.
Look at that. Look.
And this is where the dirty clothes go in the hamper. What? No. There's a whole place for that.
So this where you put your dishes? Who knew? Maybe you gotta do a little walkthrough. Come here. Let me show you. Get your notepad. Get your notepad. Get your pencil. Take notes. Okay, listen. See this towel? This goes right here. Look at that.
1, 2, 3. Eyes on me.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Listen. Come on. You just gotta work with them.
But it is a choosing of the battles. And I do know that some of these things, I guess with time, it's like, and with time he will realize like, oh, this is Stefany's thing. Let me just not make it. Yeah, it's her thing. Gosh, let me not make her upset about it. Just like I'm like, right. Let me make sure I send him a text at least once throughout the day. If nothing else, if I do nothing else that day, I need to make sure I touch bases with him if he's not around me the whole day. Like if we're around each other, it's fine. He's fine. But it's like, you know, you went to work. You said,
I'm at work. She ain't even say she loved me or nothing.
What if I got lost? What if I got, this is him. What if I got lost on the way to work? Really, you gonna get lost, man? He obviously means what if something happened.
Yes, but still.
But it's like, it's cute. But then when I'm in the moment, I'm just like,
text this man.
Right.
Have a great day, boo.
Sometimes, right. Sometimes I'm just like, yo, when he hits me with the hey. Right. When he hits me with the hey, I'll be like, oh God, what now?
What I do? I forgot.
So dramatic.
Yeah, it's a good problem to have though.
That one is kind of cute sometimes. And then the other days when it's not cute, it's really not cute. Because I'm probably like having
I'm already having a whole funky little day right now. I ain't got time.
I didn't even have time to think about like, oh, I should
messaging you was not at the top of the list right now. I love you, but
I'm gonna see you.
I'm at work. It needs to be getting on my goddamn nerves.
Can you check up on me? Can you see if I'm doing okay? Which he does. He really does.
Aww.
But yeah, these little things, man, have been like accumulating, and I was just on one today as I was cleaning up, trying to get the rooms in order and the space in order, and you know, for the most part, we keep things tidy.
I like that though. You said that you're trying to find that healthy balance of communicating, because I think it is important. And granted, y'all take my advice with a grain of salt when it comes to relationships, because I'm staying out of them for now. But that the fact that you said you went from like communicating it, vocalizing it, then you stopped, but now you're trying to figure out a way to do it in like a healthy manner so it's not nagging. Because I think that's key. I think a lot of people, women in particular, we go from vocalizing it initially, and then we kind of get defeated, and then we just stop, but it's still bothering us. And then when you don't find a way to communicate in a healthy way, so that it's not exactly nagging, but you're making it aware that, hey, this is bothering me.
Yeah.
Like, it just falls to the side, and you end up waiting until that moment where everything done built up. Now you done had a long day of work. You got to come in to clean up the house. Lord forbid, this is later on down the line, so y'all have kids, and you come in and clean up. You got kids stuff in that damn towel. Now you just done went the hell off on everybody in the house.
Dead ass. That's exactly how I be thinking about it. Like, that's my logic.
Get this together now. 100%. I don't want to be arguing about this later. I don't. And I feel you. I feel you. Like,
it's just us right now. So later on, when we have a little mini me and a mini you, whatever, running around on top of it, it's going to be a fucking disaster. Yeah. Okay. And if you're already so laxed about certain things, like, imagine when we have like 2 other little trailing ones, it's going to be a mess. And I'm thinking I'm going to be the one who's going to be going off on everybody, chopping heads, okay, and hiding bodies.
Guys do not look at it like
you guys
that.
Not picking
I had
up
just
stuff.
Saw one of my friends, I think her husband posted like he wanted a dog or something like that, and she commented like, but who gonna take care of it, or who gonna clean up the yard, or who gonna do something? And he was like, me. And she was like, you don't do it now. What are you talking about? Like, no.
What are we doing? Yeah.
Absolutely I
think about getting a second dog, because I feel like Max needs a little friend or something like that. And I'm just like, oh no, I'll have 3 kids.
Because a husband becomes a whole nother child. I don't care how mature your husband is. I don't even care how responsible your husband is. There is a component of him that you just be looking like, it's a man boy.
And I like,
it's a man boy. It's a man boy. At him. Just look at him. Let me help him before he hurt himself. Come here. It's a man boy.
Let me just help you. Like, dead ass.
Yeah, I believe it. Listen,
that be it. Let me just do it for you, because poor thing.
Men will be lost in the world.
Oh my gosh! He comes to the rescue for me. I don't want to sound like I'm being just like super bashing, not bashing, but like, you know,
we give him his props. He's a good guy.
He is a good guy.
It's just the fact of the matter is there are going to be things in your relationship that your partner does that gets on your nerves. Just a little bit. It's inevitable. That's how doing life. That's I'm like, for my case.
And you know, growing up, my mom, she would like. So my mom wants things immaculate too. She wants things. Everything has its own place.
Man, I don't know what happened to them as kids. My grandma grew up on a farm, so she grew up in a country, Mississippi. So I know it had to be spick and span. Get out there and sweep that dirt.
Make sure every day she swept. Even now, like, you know, every day she'll clean. Every day she'll sweep up, mop, wipe down, whatever. You know, the place is never in disarray. You know, everything has its place. There's an order to things. When you pick something up and use it, guess what? After you're done, you put it back where it belongs. Okay. So the thought of somebody, right?
I aspire to be there.
One day.
I want to be like them.
One day. The thoughts of things being completely out of place is just like unheard of. Like, this is unacceptable. Who are you? Whose child are you? Because you ain't my child. Like, that's what she would say. She'd be like, whose child are you? Because you ain't my child living like this. Okay. This is unacceptable, right? She would come to my house and be telling me the things that I need to do.
My mom already said she ain't coming. She was like, you got nasty. I ain't coming over there. Your house nasty. God. I ain't coming over there. I said,
like, now, as I'm like getting older, now, like, you know, just living my life and doing my own things. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm becoming my mother.
You are.
And wanting things to be where they should be and having their,
but I feel you, because I done bought 1,000 more organizers. Every time I work, I have 1,000. Yes, I need more carts. I need more space. I was like, I need an office. I can't do this. It's too cluttered.
Stuff is everywhere.
And I hate it. Yeah. I've cleaned up our whole lounge because, like I said, for the most part, half the year it's just me and my cousins. And my grandma's gone. And so now it's 3 of us. Because my other cousin just moved down here a couple months ago. And I finally was just like, yo, this lounge area got to get cleaned up. Because we have like a loft. And I was like, I I just can't. It doesn't even look like a living space.
It's a hot mess.
I vacuumed. I moved the table over. My cousin's like, man, that's the first time that table been in the right spot since I've been here. Exactly. Exactly. We have a problem.
This is why we're doing this. But see, that also a combination of living with other people, like you're not just responsible for yourself. It's one thing to be orderly and organized when you are living by yourself and you can do your own thing and keep things where they need to be. And you actually have the space for it, because that's another thing. Do you have the space for, where you're organized to put things in certain places and make sure that they have a place to be at, right? But then when you're now living with other individuals, like you're not just responsible for yourself. Like there are other people that are contributing to the messiness.
Yep.
It's not just you. So it's like that standard of living, or whatever standard that may be, you have to account for other people's whom you even control. You can't control them. They're just going to do what they do. Even if you ask, sometimes they will, but there will be moments where maybe they might fall short. And that's what the like, I have to remind myself about that grace, to give him that grace of like, hey, this is also still very new.
Yeah, it is. It's very new.
I literally ask him, what is it that I do that annoys you? And he's like, you're pretty chill. You don't really do anything.
Oh, that's so nice of him. I feel like if I would have asked my ex that, he would be like, well,
hold on. Wait a minute. Let me get my book.
Well,
let me get my book.
First off.
But see, I don't know that that's 100%
that's probably
true.
Not true, though. No, because I don't be doing a lot.
Because
I would come over. Oh, his room. His room is always a hot mess. He has a lot of clothes. Yeah. He has more clothes than the average person. Like, he might have a shopping problem.
That's my problem. That's
one
of my problems. I'm throwing some stuff away now.
Clothes. So usually when I come over, there's clothes everywhere, because that's just how it is. Then he likes his stuff folded a particular way. So I'm trying to help, but I got to learn how to fold it, because he got to fold it how he like it folded. So you got to figure that out.
Right.
And then help him put the stuff away.
So that now you can feel comfortable about like sitting somewhere. So when I first started dating my husband, whenever I would be trying to go over to his place, he'd be like, no, you can't come today. And I'm like, what do you mean I can't come today? What do you mean? Oh no, the place is a mess. Like you would just die. You would just die, because he knew
he was like, it's messy.
Yeah, and I'd be like, no, it's fine. I'm going. And I'd walk in there, and it'd be like a bomb exploded, and I'm just like, literally, it's just you and your roommate. Like, what is happening here? What? And you. Okay.
Did you have a fashion show? Were you doing a runway walk? What? Why is every pair of jeans that you own out?
Right.
Why?
Right. And it's not like, oh, it's just your room. It's like the whole entire place. So you can't just say, oh, it's just you or it's just them. It's both of y'all at this point. Okay.
It's a team effort.
It's a team effort. Y'all both contributing to the mess, to the hot disaster. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I cannot. So I'd be over there like trying to clean and help him out. The same thing, right?
Yeah, you be trying to be helpful.
Now he'd be like, no. And he stopped. He was just like, nah, you can't come now, because we're not going to be doing this. Like, we're not going to be doing this. So I could only go there if it was clean.
Fair enough.
That's wild. Guys.
Just clean up.
And girls, because some girls are messy too. Just be mindful of the things that you are leaving out for your partner or family members or your roommates, whoever it is that you are cohabitating with.
And if your mother wasn't the cleanliest, then what would you want her to have done? Right. Because that's the motto I'm living by. Like, I've been working on it. I've been really working on it. Like,
that's good.
Yeah, gotta scrub these sinks down, scrub this bathroom
down. The moral of the story is be mindful of the people around you.
That's it. Be mindful.
Because boy, oh boy, man, I was just going through it today.
Be mindful, and as always, communicate. Okay, don't nag. Don't keep beating at a dead horse. But every once in a while, you just walk past the horse like, hey.
What about people that are dealing with like some serious shit, like real, like, Oh my gosh. And then I watched this show. Okay, maybe this would be very, very extreme. But like if you're with a hoarder where you get to that point.
Yeah,
like,
no, we're not doing that.
We're not doing
we're
that.
We're not playing those games. Because I've been telling my mom, hey, you gotta get some of this.
I don't understand
you borderline hoarding right now. You got a pair of pants that look like that already. So you need to pick something else.
I go through my mom's closet every once in a while and I be trying to throw things away. And she's like, no, but I'm saving that to wear it on whatever occasion that never ever comes. Hasn't worn this piece of item in like the same 3 years ponchos, or more.
You got 1,001 ponchos. Get rid of them. They all look alike. But this one is mink.
It's different. No. Pick 3, keep them. The rest, they're going away. Somebody else is going to use your green one. Okay? Somebody else is going to use your mink. Okay?
But I was thinking like, okay, more serious. Because we talked about lighter stuff. And I know we're running up on time. But like, I was thinking like, okay, if you're in a situation where your pet peeve is like the person cuts you off a lot, like when you're speaking.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, that's like an all the time thing.
Yeah. Ooh, how do you even handle that? I haven't been in this situation. Okay, my ex, this was probably one of the things that I did that would probably get on his nerves. He said like, not that I over talked him, but I would kind of like
interject.
Yes. Or make my own conclusion. Yeah, I guess interject.
That's cutting off.
Or I'm like, okay, I get what you're saying, but he's like, but no, you don't. Like you always think you know,
my thought first.
But you don't know. Right. And I can see how that could be absolutely annoying. And it's like then communicating that, because then what I did was like I would start be like, you know what, like no, go ahead and finish your statement. And I say, okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, but is this what you were saying to me? Because I was just trying to make sure that I was getting what he was saying.
You got to repeat what the other person said and have them confirm that is what they're saying.
Yes.
And have it make sense.
Most of the times when I'm like, okay, so you're saying blah, 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 blah. He's like, that's not what I'm saying. You think you know. Blah, blah. I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to understand. I wasn't trying to interject. I wasn't trying to overtalk you. I was just trying to be sure that this is what you're telling me. So in those cases, again, though, it takes communicating and it takes being open and having those uncomfortable ass conversations. Like you always think you know everything, but you don't. And it's like, okay, my bad.
Sorry. What if like, okay, or another I think would be not a small thing is like cleanliness. If the person is dirty,
like just dead ass, like just nasty, like they don't even try.
Yeah, like
that won't work.
Or like they don't wash their hands. You know what I'm saying? Or they might not want to necessarily maybe take a shower or something every single day, or just like do things and just like leave things all like nasty.
I feel like those are so. I feel like if you're dating somebody and you really like them, you see it right away, and then you either at that point have that discussion like, "Yo, is this like a norm for you? Like, how does that work?
How does that work?
Ain't gonna work for me." So
how does this function?
Is that something you would be open to changing, or that's just how you are?
But sometimes in the beginning of relationships, some women, even men, will accommodate certain things. Put up with certain things.
Yeah.
Especially in the beginning. Just because they like somebody or
and you're trying to see where it even is going to go. Yeah.
So you're willing to overlook certain things. Meanwhile, this thing is going to eat you up alive a little bit later because this is not what your standards are up to, right? Or maybe not even. Maybe you continue to accommodate them and they're filthy. And then now you have this relationship where you're constantly picking up after somebody else. Like, I would hate that. I would hate to be in that situation.
Yeah.
We're not doing that.
I think the next
That's
episode,
a no for me.
I was going to say, I think next week's episode, we need to talk about is it worth it?
Yes.
Because that's where this is leading me to.
Certain things worth it in a relationship. Is it worth it to even be in a relationship if you're going to be putting up with certain things? Oh, stay tuned.
Stay tuned, because we're going to get into that, because I have thoughts and questions and concerns and confusions. I just be lost. I just be so lost in this dating world.
Stay tuned, y'all. We got the next topic is coming through.
I feel like that
is it worth it to
be that, because the pet peeves we talked about early on, absolutely, we can get past that. But I feel like there's certain things and certain
levels
parts. Yes, there's levels of things that happen in relationships that you put up with in relationships, or you encounter, because it's not perfect. Nothing in life is perfect. It'd be perfect for you,
right?
But no, it's not perfect. But it's like, is it worth it? Especially when you're in a good place. Like, I'm in a good state of mind right now. Like, would a companion be awesome? Of course. Right. We're relational beings, so I'm never gonna deny that having a partner to do life with is always great.
Right.
But if I'm in a happy place, I go to sleep every night like this.
And then you come to try to disturb my peace.
And you disturbing my peace. Now I'm all discombobulated in the head. That. Is it worth it? That's what we're going to talk about.
Well, we're going to talk about what is disturbing your peace then. What are the things that you would consider disturbing peace? And then like get into that because as we just talked about, there's things that we can tolerate and then there's some things that we will not tolerate. So what are those things? That's a great topic for us to talk about next week or next episode. Okay. And on that note, guys, we're going to wrap this up. It's been real. It's been a good week. But great things are coming. So I was having a conversation with a friend and we were talking about how like right now we're doing so many things, right? We're setting things up. Mm-hmm. Last year, really, we were like starting brand new. This year, we're kind of like it's maturing. We're cultivating and trying to like just make it all flourish. Mm-hmm. And next year, man, we're gonna continue to we're gonna see we're gonna see the fruits of our labor and really try to see, or even before next year, because I'm thinking about this, that before the end of this year, the things that I'm like working on and how excited I am about them. Like, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be an amazing year. It is. I'm confident that the stuff that my friends are telling me about and what you're working on, what my other friends are working on, like these are things that are going to set us up. And, we do them right and we focus on our goals. We are going to be like
up in the stuck.
Bowling. So stay tuned, y'all. We are working on some great things.
We are.
And it's I'm excited. And I can't wait for you guys to see. And yeah, man. On that note, y'all already know where to find us. The GrownupIsh Podcast is on IG, the GrownupIsh Pod on Twitter. The GrownupIsh is a website. Yeah. And share, like, subscribe, find us on IG, and send us some messages, and we would love to answer your questions. What else you got?
Give advice.
Yeah.
Just
holla at your girls. Holla at your girls. All right, you guys have an amazing week, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.